it was all like based on theories, and it's like there's no way. Like they were talking about money, and I did a presentation about money, and I couldn't really understand it. I said, is that how the world works? Is that how money makes the world go around? You know, based on nothing. So I was like, I lost that, and I started looking into my religion. I started looking into Islam and saying, okay, why is interest forbidden? What effect does it have? What's the negative effect? Why is it not allowed? Why is it banned in Christianity? Why was it banned in Judaism? You know, it was banned across all these religions. You know, in the Christian states, when someone was loaning money, they get caught, they get burned, they get killed. They say, oh, you're an evil person. So this was all forbidden. Why? What's the reason? Then I found the negative effects, and I found out the stuff about the futures market as well. And that's not allowed. You know, everything that you do should have a benefit. It should be a win-win. Even if I'm selling you something, if I'm selling you this pen, you're winning by buying this pen because you need that pen. I'm winning because I'm gaining money in exchange. But if I take your money, you lose money, you don't get anything, that's not good. That's not good business. What I'm going to talk about is PHP. Why is PHP different than, say, HTML? What is PHP?
Yes, the user cannot see your code.
Yeah, it's the server side, that's correct.
So what is the difference with JSP?
It's the same. PHP, JSP, ASP, whatever scripting, these are all server scripts. They run on different platforms. Some of them run on open source like Apache server. Some would run on like Microsoft server, which you have to pay money for, license. So you've got different options. The most popular is PHP. Why PHP? Because it's open source. People can actually contribute to the development of the language. The other platforms like MySQL for the database and Apache for the server application itself is all open source as well. You can just download it for free, install it on your computer, and your computer can become a server.
Yeah, I did that.
So it's very popular. You got hosting. Hosting is much cheaper
and pretty easy.
Yeah. So this maintaining is cost. That's why the majority of the websites are built with PHP. They use other technologies as well, but mainly.
Yeah, PHP and the CSS.
Yeah, these are the front end. PHP, there's a lot of different definitions or acronym for but the one I like most is pre-hypertext, because all it is it's before it's HTML, and then on the fly it converts into HTML. So it does some calculation, it gives you the result, and it just puts it out as HTML, because that's the output. When you've got C++, you write a program in C++ or Java, it converts it into bytecode or binary executable. The executable for PHP is HTML, just a web page. It doesn't do exe, it doesn't do any of that.
Yeah, the .NET, what's is that Microsoft?
Yeah, it's Microsoft, yeah.
So you have to pay for that too. It's open source.
Yeah, if you want to use Visual Studio, you have to buy it, the editor, and PHP, you just do it on a notepad. Just compile it. It's like Java basically, the same thing. You download the thing and that's it. So I'm going to talk about some basics. Start from the basic stuff, like in how you start the script and variables, printing the screen, which is pretty much one of the most common things. Talk about arrays. Then I'm going to talk about the 4 building blocks, which is common. You've probably seen this in Java as well. Conditions, loops, the different kinds of loops. And then I'm going to talk about, I didn't include here switch as well. There's switch, and there's exception, error handling. These are the 4 blocks I've already mentioned 2 here. And then I'm going to look into object-oriented programming encapsulation. So I'm going to give you examples in PHP. Oh, what's that? Oh, the wrong title. You can see that.
Interesting.
It's still there. So the basics, you're opening a script, you start with that tag. If you want to do ASP, if I can just quickly show you. Actually, I'll just show you on the board. ASP, right, you would do this, and you would close like that. and then you write between here, obviously the script. So you like to start with HTML, the tags. So you put the tags up here, you put HTML, for example, and then you close it down here, HTML.
Yeah.
So the scripting language has its own tags, and you can write in between HTML. And every time, you know, the interpreter sees that, it says, oh, it's some ASP. I have to go to the ASP interpreter and try to understand the code here, and then execute it, and then